Good evening, everybody.
Gotcha. I popped you in the intro. Fuck you.
I love it. Well, it's 10:15. Punch in and welcome to episode 15 of the NXT Night Shift. I am 1/3 of the Indie Wrestling Guide podcast and live from the set of the Jenny Jones Show, which ran from September 16th, 1991, all the way through to May 21st, 2003, which premiered as a traditional talk show with a focus on cooking, fashion, and celebrities. However, Kyle, it reformatted into a tabloid talk show in its second season, where its focus shifted to single-issue panel discussions with everyday people. Guests discussed their personal experiences over a given topic, which often involved relational transgressions. I am JGold, and with me tonight, as always, someone who is not stuck at a Qatari airport, the B. Brian Blair to my Jumpin' Jim Brunzell, the Luke to my Butch, the Steve Kerr to my Stan Lane, the Dr. Tom to my Gigolo Jimmy Del Rey. No one doubts this El Dandy. Welcome back from your birthday hiatus, the host of the On the Mark podcast. It's Mr. OTM. It's Kyle.
I am back. We're 15 episodes in. I decided to take 2 weeks off. I guess I'm the part-timer over here, JGold. I apologize. But no, it was a great birthday week. And this week we're also celebrating Mama Gags over here. So shout out to my mom. Happy birthday. Her birthday's tomorrow.
Birthday. And honestly, I was going to say, your PTO, you have to start accruing it again. You've already used 2 days already.
I was going to say, your HR, how much PTO do I have left for the year?
You're out of it. And if you
if
you leave the company before the year is out, you're going to have to pay back those PTO days you used.
You know what? I do want to apologize before you go into your monologue that I heard that on YouTube, if you cuss in the first 10 minutes, it ruins the algorithm. So I want to apologize in advance. I've already cussed a couple times. So fun fact for everybody out there. Yeah, that's a thing.
Oh, that's crazy.
Cardinals win. Here we go. We're back. We're back, boys.
That's absolutely crazy that we're already gonna get demonetized. Anyway, let's talk about it. It's 1,000 degrees in the big city today. Of course, my train had no air conditioning coming home, but nothing is hotter than NXT Night Shift. Oh, hey, Shawn Michaels, are you watching? Main event moves. We added a new show this week, and we are pushing to the mainstream, baby. That's how main event moves work. This is the last week of school for my kid. She's going away for 7 weeks as of Saturday. So if you want to say goodbye, let the little one know we are going to miss my little wrestling buddy, and the network is down at talent for the summer.
Damn it.
Yeah, it sucks, and I'm going to miss her. She's had a rough week, everybody. In case you see her or want to tweet to her, she's been very sad. She said goodbye to Grandma today. She said goodbye to another friend. So, this is how it goes. Hey, my niece Mara's on the line again.
Hi, Mara.
Anyway, as we say, let's turn the AC down to a cozy 65 degrees and tune into the CW11, and let's go live to the great state of Indiana, home of Sultan's Run Golf Club, located at 1490 North Meriden Road. We are riding a blimp across Lakehurst, New Jersey, narrowly avoiding a Hindenburg disaster as we travel this great country to the Great American Bash, sponsored by Tahine. Welcome to the Wrestling Road Trip. It is the NXT Night Shift. Kyle, welcome back.
It's nice. It's nice to be back. I also took the week off from OTM last week. That wasn't planned. So for me, someone who's been podcasting now, I think for 8 years, that was the most time I've ever taken off from podcasting. So it felt very weird, but I'm glad to be here.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you're back. And if I could, people, I just need to handle this fax right here that I just got.
Wait, fax? What is this? 2010?
It's completely bizarre, Kyle, because I don't even have a fax machine. So
that's crazy.
I don't know where I got this from. So,
that's a good point by P-Man, though. How bad could it be? It's just Cam. That's fine.
I know, P, but she gets
missing friends
all worked up. That's how she gets.
That's how kids are.
I'm just gonna read the fax real quick, but here it goes. Okay, it says, "Hi, it's me, Stan, from Burlington."
Mm-hmm.
It says, "I don't know if you remember me. Hey, Kyle.
Hey.
What doesn't belong and why?"
Oh, here we go, Stan. What you got?
Thanks, Stan. It says, "What doesn't belong and why? NBA edition."
Okay.
A, recently traded Anthony Simmons.
Okay.
B, recently traded all-world player Kevin Durant, and C, JGold.
It has to be Kevin Durant because he's far too more talented than the other two.
Well, I'm gonna say Anthony Simmons because at least I'm known a little bit. Okay, let's see.
This is true.
He says, I guess he knew. He says wrong. You functional alcoholics. Clearly, the answer is C, JGold, because unlike the other two, the main event network will never be able to give up a few assets like Tino and the Great Brown Hope and a few future WWE releases to be named later in order to make JGold go away forever. Okay, gotta go. Bye. All right, Stan.
You know, Stan, he usually calls in every week, which, by the way, if you guys ever want to call in, leave a comment, leave your email. We can do call-ins and talk about whatever you want, but Stan, I still felt him here, even though he wasn't physically here.
I felt him too, and I felt every inch of that. Thanks, Stan. Thanks,
Stan. Appreciate it, bud. Even on his off days.
Even on his off days. Yeah.
That is what Great Brown Hope is known as, isn't it? Just a card man. Yeah, I mean, he's always posting cards.
I have so many cards for him. This summer, I'm just going to pack them all up and mail them out to him so he has everything to go with.
You know that's perfect, too, because Bill Moss is a mailman.
Oh, Bill Moss.
There's your mailman.
I love Bill Moss.
I'm connecting the dots.
I like Bill Moss's tweets because he's thinking the same thing I am a lot of the time.
He's as real as it gets. And by the way, we call him in the OTM community Hot Sauce Bill Moss. He's got a nickname.
I like it. I'm good with hot sauce or Tahine Bill Moss.
Tahine Bill Moss.
On NXT Night Shift, he is Tahine Bill Moss.
There you go. Anyway. He's got a new gimmick.
So I just want to start off by the first things I wrote on here. I don't know if, first of all, Great Brown Hope, I think Kyle watched the show this week. Just making sure you know that.
Oh, I watch every single show. Don't worry.
Anyway, I have here logoed promos. Fuck yeah.
Yes. Like, it's so simple. Yet so effective. And the WWE, for some reason, does it better than everybody else. I love it when companies do it. Like AEW will occasionally do that. But that's setting the table. That's building excitement. And I think they did a good job with it.
Well, Matt Fish, by the way, in the comments, he wrote, "Are there potential new names for the night shift?" No, we could still use the night shift. If they ask us for a C&D, we just take the NXT logo off the top.
They don't owe us shit because we were the first OTM and they stole that from us. So NXT owes us one. We can have the night shift and we could still be signed by the WWE, which Shawn Michaels, hello once again. Nice to see you, bud.
Shawn Michaels, we didn't do anything wrong. We're just, we're excited, so it's good, Bill. I put it on food and I also cook with the powder. I'm not a big fan of the sauce part, but the powder tahini is good.
Do you like Takis then? I know that's a little different.
Yeah, I do.
That's kind of the same vibe.
Yeah, I'll eat anything. So,
so I'm going to find out when I visit, which is crazy, by the way. I'm going to visit you in person, meet you for the very first time in a month.
And we're going to go out and eat together. And that is the key for my good friends. If you ask Matt Fish or if you ask P-Man, the key to being my friend is if you can stand eating with me, because I am disgusting when I eat. So
if you can get me some pregame vitamins, I think I will have no problem eating if you get
I will take good care of you. I will take good care of you out here on the East Coast. Yep. Yes.
Well,
in my younger days, Fish. In my younger days.
Trial and error, right?
I am, Bill. I'm taking Kyle to Keen's Chop House, and we're going to eat mutton. So,
I still don't comprehend mutton. I know you've told me a million times, but I still...
Yeah, it's lamb. It is a delicious. It's gonna be. I promise it's gonna be delicious. They make the best mutton chop. It's like this big. It's monstrous.
I'm excited.
Monstrous. Anyway, so we go from the awesome logoed intros to TNA title time with Trick and Briggs. So
Josh Briggs. You don't like Josh Briggs, do you?
I don't find any value in it. Like I said, I just didn't get a whole lot in this match that makes me want to root for him. You know what I mean?
I mean, I get that, but you're telling me nothing about this match excited you? Like, I thought it was a hard-hitting match, good back and forth, and I thought this was the most competitive Briggs has looked in a long time.
Okay, I will give you that. He definitely looked competitive. All right, Andrew, you and Andrew can go to Peter Luger's in Great Neck Fish. We could do that too. Or I could take Kyle to Peter Luger's. I'm going to have my car all weekend, and P-Man, it is definitely not all fat, by the way. Mutton is delicious.
I don't like
and
fat,
you like it too.
I don't like that comment. Yeah.
It's not true.
I'm not a big fat guy.
Well, then we'll get
I
a
used to be
steak.
one of those weird kids when I got a steak. I would tell my mom to cut off the fat so I could just eat around it.
Well, it's delicious. And anyway, back to Briggs.
Yeah, I like
he was
this.
fine. He's fine. Look, it's just nothing. I don't go like, yeah, this guy, because I don't see the next level with him. Like, I see this is his level, and that's it.
And I think
Right?
this was a good level. I mean, this is a former NXT champion, current TNA world champion. I just don't think Briggs should be a tag guy anymore. I think what you saw in this match is enough for him to go on his own. And then maybe we can find that next gear that you were looking for, because I think he's been handicapped by Brooks Jensen, by Inamura. Sure, it's entertaining, but I really think he could be a single star.
He definitely should be a single star. There's nothing else for it. He's not a tag team wrestler. No. You know who Briggs and Jensen reminded me of? You remember Cade and Murdoch?
Yes.
That's who they reminded me of.
That's a great comp.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. At first, I was like, okay, and then once Jensen was gone and turned into like crazy haired, Jensen, that was it for me. Like, I was like, okay, but Inamura doesn't work with him. Like, it doesn't work. If he's gonna keep coming out in like leather pants and look kind of like a biker / something else, Inamura is a Japanese strong style wrestler. It just doesn't make sense. Like, the pairing feels very.
They panicked because what's the other guy's name? Brooks Jensen. Yeah, Brooks Jensen, who was with him. They never really should have split those two up, at least not that soon, in my opinion. And then they were maybe trying to capture that momentum that they had with Jensen, and it's not working with anymore.
And I like Jesse and Festus, by the way, GBH. I did. I sing Biscuits and Gravy every time I eat it, by the way.
Wow, what a terrible start for Bill Moss. He said Cade and Murdoch was the first tag team I've ever seen.
Dude, here's the thing. Okay, Bill Moss, back me up here for a minute, because I think you guys. All right, here you go. Their vignettes were my absolute favorite. Cade with the big smile, dressed in all white as like the white cowboy, like the guy who like the baby face, but he wasn't. And Murdoch being his like trucker friend with the trucker hat, like losing his shit in the bar, and the guy who like Cade has to step in and be like, my friend here doesn't like you, that kind of stuff. And like,
I'm gonna have to watch these. I guess I got homework because I've never seen these video packages.
Oh, the vignettes that they introduced Cade and Murdoch, I remember Murdoch losing his mind at a bar with Cade, and the two of them were talking. He slams the bar and he's got a drink in his hand. He's like, God damn, and he like turns around and he does. It's great.
That could be good. Yeah,
it was great. And Biscuits and Gravy is my favorite song, and I still, even if I go to
That's
Waffle
a song.
House, Biscuits and Gravy.
Was that their
intro?
theme?
Yeah, that was their theme. Jesse and Festus.
No, I wasn't watching that. I just know of them. Like, I've heard of them. Yeah.
I'm going to send you Biscuits and Gravy after this because it's the best.
Watch their hardcore match against Kane in the Big Show. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it on the cock? It's got to be on Peacock.
Oh, of course.
Right?
Or you could find it on the Vault on YouTube, the WWE Vault.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they have that.
Yeah.
By the way, going back, I know we're probably trying to move on, but have you enjoyed the Trick TNA experiment so far?
No.
Really?
I don't know what it is. I'm just like, I'm not sure who it's benefiting.
I don't love it, but I like it. I'm not like.
Who's it benefiting? Like who are you helping with this? Not TNA.
I think it's gonna help Joe Hendry.
Yeah,
that's probably it. I mean, it is apparently helping TNA. They mentioned that it's helping the rating.
Poor Joe Hendry is starting to fade out too a little bit. So.
Eric, if you ask about Izzy Dame one more time, that must be Eric's new favorite. He really likes asking questions about his new favorite.
I promise we'll get to Izzy Dame.
We will get to Izzy Dame, Eric. You can't rush the timeline. This is the night shift.
Yeah.
We steer the ship. Sorry.
We go in order from what we watched. Yeah. And
I wouldn't call that a good era, Bill.
No, probably not.
Can't believe Punk said Festus was Gallows on all kinds of drugs. He saved Festus.
Yeah, he did. Remember that? Oh, you missed when he was when they were the Straight Edge Society, and he.
Yeah, remember I was 2011.
Oh my God, Straight Edge Society was awesome too. That's something you need to do as well. And I feel bad that you missed it. Anyway,
you're fine, Eric. I'm just giving you a hard time.
We're just busting chops, Eric.
All love, brother.
And then what I'm going to say is we go from there to Joe Hendry getting his lick back.
I was going to say you're going to play music while you're talking about that too.
No, I actually found Biscuits and Gravy, and I'm going to send it to you because it makes me laugh.
I just don't want to get copyrighted. I feel like we always.
No, you can watch it later. I didn't mean to get it on the mic. Anyway,
yeah, fair enough.
So we go from there to Joe Hendry getting his lick back like out of nowhere. He comes in and he smacks around. He smacks around Trick a little bit, and that was that. And he walks out, and we go to the No Quarter Catch crew that says that Tavon Heights says that Charlie Dempsey hurt him intentionally at training and busted his face. So
I mean, that backstory's so lame.
Lame.
I don't care about the story, but I love Tavion Heights, which I'm sure we will talk about.
I love Tavion Heights. I'm starting to really like what's her name? Who's with
Ren
them?
Sinclair's fantastic. Is that who
Yes,
you're talking about?
Ren Sinclair. Yes.
Her character work is one of the strongest right now in NXT. Like, you know who Ren Sinclair is. She has value.
Yes, I don't disagree, and I like her relationship with Charlie Dempsey, and I love Charlie Dempsey. So
listen, that was not the worst year. I'm telling you,
it's close. It's close to the worst year.
The summer of Punk with John Cena was. If you had that feud, it's not the worst year.
That didn't save anything else in that year, but okay, I'll give it to you. That was
Christian and Randy Orton was a great feud.
Yeah. I don't know.
After that, I kind of struggle.
Who's Earl Sinclair? Fish? I don't.
Earl?
Who's Earl Sinclair?
Is that her dad?
I don't know who that is.
Earl, get out here.
Anyway, so
do you think there's any kids being named Earl in 2025?
I hope so, because I'd like my daughter to be friends with someone named Earl. So he comes over.
Maybe she'll meet an Earl at camp.
Right, Earl, will you come in and hang out? Come on in, have a beer, Earl. I like that.
Brindley
from
Reese.
Dinosaurs. I like that. Okay, thank you, Fish. That's the father in Dinosaurs. Okay.
I don't know what Dinosaurs is.
Oh my God, you young bastard! Dinosaurs was on Fox, and it was a live action honeymooners, except they were dinosaurs in dinosaur costumes.
What?
And the last episode is the most depressing finale of any television show in history. They're all sitting together while the asteroid. Well, I mean, while the what's it called?
It's probably an asteroid. You're right.
No, what's the Ice Age? As the Ice Age comes, they're all freezing, and they back out of their town, and then they're all freezing, and the dad looks at the little baby and goes, "I'm sure we'll be okay." And they back out, and the whole place is covered in snow, and you're like, they all die. Yeah. It's crazy. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, look at everybody knows about it. Mm-hmm. I'm like the only one not in the know. But once again, full disclosure, not a movie guy or a show guy. I'm kind of just a wrestling and sports.
I can tell, wrestling and sports. But anyway, you want sports? We go backstage, and Miles Bourne is with some Florida Gators.
Yeah.
I don't follow college football.
I do, and I knew who Sapp was. I actually think that might have been Warren Sapp's son.
You want to know why I cover college football? Because I played lacrosse for Delaware for a year, and then when I was in my fraternity...
Oh, you were a blue hen?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
I was in my fraternity house, and one of my brothers was dating the ex-girlfriend of the safety of the football team, right? And his name was Eddie Conti, and he ended up, I think, playing for a few NFL teams.
Yeah, I've heard of that name. Yes,
but this is the late '90s. So
he was white, right?
Yeah, he was white. Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
So what happened was he was really upset that this guy was dating his girl. So he brings the whole football team to the fraternity house one night, and they literally, I'm in the front. First of all, they marched themselves in. I'm in the front. I was working the door at the party because I was a freshman. So I was holding the doors like this with my arms out. I got thrown probably 80 feet across the parking lot. They came in the house and started this giant brawl. And they were just smashing. And we had guys who were throwing. One of my fraternity brothers was a Golden Gloves boxer, so he was laying guys out. And we had just guys everywhere. I've never saw a fight like that before. I'm a Jewish kid from Long Island. Never saw a fight like that.
Didn't know Delaware got down like that.
Well, then their coach, Tubby Raymond, who was the head coach of the football team. Yeah, Tubby Raymond was the guy who won all the titles and everything. He came and was like, "Come on, let's go home." And they all had to leave after they all started this fight in my fraternity house.
You sound like a man with a lot of stories.
I have a lot of stories. Brain. I poke my nose into a lot of shit, and I'm a little bit older than
AKA, guys, he's older. Yeah, that's just wanted everybody to know that real quick.
Right.
This is a great idea, Great Brown.
I like it. That's some content for the network.
Yeah, I mean, if anything from 2011 to now, I know it, but... Yeah.
I got to get you into some of those old tag teams, because Caden Murdoch's old stuff was... I told you I was holding the door, and they threw me into the bushes.
You know JGold wasn't throwing any punches.
No, not as a freshman.
You're in the bushes! That reminds me of Benchwarmers.
Somebody get me out of the bushes. That's all I remember.
Anyway. I know the chat's got to know about Benchwarmers. Chat, back me up. Benchwarmers, great comedy.
I think, GBH, I'm down with that. I think we should tell some stories. I got a bunch.
We're creating more main event shows for everyone. Look at this.
Anyway, we go to the next match, which is Javon Evans and Tavon Heights, and that match was actually really, really good, and the finish was amazing. I love Javon Evans. I love him.
Yeah, he's electric, and I'll tell you what, the technical style, submission style, the mat thing has never been my cup of tea. but Tavion Heights, for some reason, makes it entertaining and believable. I think that's why he's different than the rest, because when he's actually wrestling, it looks like he's legitimately wrestling, just not play wrestling.
Yeah, finally, and that's what we like, right? And oh, by the way, Bill Moss, I was at ECW one night stand. I was in the 4th row, and I had one of the chairs my whole life, the ECW chairs.
How did I not know this? What?
Really?
Yeah, I no idea. Wait, you might have mentioned it on IW Guy now that I think about it.
Well, what's good about that is my dad went with me, and he was not. He's a wrestling fan, but he did not know what he was getting into, and he's sitting there next to this dude, the dude who came in the Scott Steiner chainmail, and we were sitting underneath the balcony where Kurt Angle and all the WWE guys was, and when they dumped the beer from the balcony down onto the fans, it went on my dad. He's the only one in a polo shirt and a pair of khaki pants.
That was his sign that he's not a wrestling fan.
Oh, no, he was the one who got me into wrestling. He just didn't know what he was getting into in ECW. He was a WWF fan at the time.
And Great Brown Hope I have seen One Night Stand 2005.
Of course, I have it on DVD in case I need to send it to Kyle.
Yeah, that one I have seen.
But I'll say the Javon Evans finish, that 3-6 corkscrew splash.
Is that new? I don't remember that.
It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I love it. I love that movement. I love.
And he does the same dive every episode, but for some reason I go for it every time. And I'm talking about the dive outside.
Oh,
he does that spot every time, but
it's great.
It never gets old.
And then out of nowhere, because I wrote, wow, Charlie was right. He wasn't ready for Javon Evans, Tavon Heights, but out of nowhere, your boy Jasper Troy barrels over Javon Evans. God bless that kid. They are presenting him right. They're presenting him like Brock Lesnar in the early 2000s.
This is how you debut someone. This is how you do it right here, folks. This is the blueprint. If a guy's that big, you make him look big, you make him look powerful, and you make him attack everybody and anybody and don't give a reason why.
You make him look big every time he comes out. You don't give him vulnerability. The way he lost the match to Obafemi didn't hurt him any.
No.
He is a great, scary big dude, and I like it very much.
Is he going to face Oba again? Because I don't feel like Inamura versus Oba is a big enough match.
We'll get to that, but yes, I think Inamura. Can you just shave the other side and make a mohawk, or pick a side because it's ridiculous? Yes, I agree. They do need more giant
beast.
Vince was one. You can't take. Yes, Bill, that was the best match on the card, by far. Vince. He did a lot wrong, but the way he understood wrestling was that you needed giant dudes to do giant dude things. And when he had a guy so he would bring you in hot like Kane, Undertaker, Big Show, but then once he fizzled out on you, you started losing matches like a small guy, which was the problem with like a guy like Obafemi. Right. I mean, what's his name? The big dude on the Raw roster. What's his name again?
There's a lot of big dudes on the Raw roster.
No, the 7'4" dude.
Oh, Omos.
Yeah, Omos. He just they fizzled him out. He ended up losing like matches like a regular guy, which sucks. So, anyway,
even Great Brown Hope was saying it in the comments right when you were speaking of Giants. Yeah. Where is Omos? He literally just signed a new contract too.
He was in Japan too. He was working Noah. So.
I know, but what are you paying this man for? Just to be an attraction to go do Boys and Girls Club?
That's a problem. I agree with you. But
that's a waste of money, in my opinion.
Don't do it with Jasper Troy, and right now they're not doing it with Oba, so don't do it with him either. I like it.
I hate to say I told you so, but Jasper Troy and Zayna Sterling were the two names from LFG. I know I didn't tell you much about either two of these, but those are the two that stood out to me. And obviously WWE's seeing it too, because Jasper Troy has been presented, like you said, like a monster, exactly how everybody of that stature should be presented if they are debuting on a new show.
Yeah, and Bill, I don't care if they release Braun. Braun was not the guy. Braun was
he was valuable.
Even when the stiffness, like he just looks so goofy sometimes, and like
he did.
Other times you were like, all right, this guy might be a monster, and then when he turned over the ambulance, or when he threw the chair at Roman Reigns, like those were really good moments, but they never capitalized on any of them.
Yeah,
they just kind of.
It's true. Pull his pants up. You sound like an old man, Bill Moss. And I hope Fish really isn't. I hope he's not a big
He's not kidding. He's not kidding.
He likes Nikita Lyons.
I think he does.
Hey, more power to you, brother. She's the drizzling shits, in my opinion. But hey, we're 25 minutes in. I'm cussing up a storm. Fuck you all. Kids, go to bed. You shouldn't be watching this late anyways. Appreciate the family of gold, though.
You idiot.
You stupid idiot! I wish I had the OTM soundboard. I would have dropped it right there.
I like that. Anyway, we go to this nonsense.
I do remember
with
this. Yeah.
The Heritage Cup with Tony and more of this nonsense. And I just wrote, can this please end? Can you please end? They're not even getting any. There's not even a reaction anymore. There's no reaction.
Exactly the point I was going to bring up. I was going to say, look at the crowd when they have D'Angelo segments or matches. Everybody's sitting down. No one's chanting. No one cares. And usually the NXT crowd cares. They didn't care about this. We didn't either.
I did not, but Great Brother made me laugh.
There's no audio listeners. This is only a YouTube show, so you guys can see it. Never mind.
That's so funny.
We don't need to repeat it. He loves that line. He's used that line many a time. Also, I love Lexus King.
Yeah, me too. I love it. Yep.
I ride with the King.
Yep, I'm all for it. So we went from that nonsense backstage to a Ricky Saints and Ashante the Adonis match, and I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. It didn't do anything. Like
the post-match attack was good. The fake out by Ethan Page.
I think that's what it was for. I think it was just for the post-match. I get it. Ashante the Adonis is not really. He's not going up. He's not going down.
He's an enhancement talent. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's a paycheck there where that's gonna enhance what. And you know what? He gives you a good match, but where else are you gonna put him? I don't know.
He's exactly where he needs to be. And I saw a lot of people saying like, "Oh, maybe this Ricky Saints Ethan Page feud needs to wrap up." No, D'Angelo feud's the one that needs to wrap up.
Yeah.
If there's any feud in NXT, it's the D'Angelo feud. We're tired of it. Enough of that. Ethan Page and Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints. I said it right.
Yeah, Ricky Saints
are top talent. Like you have to devote a lot of time to this feud because I don't know if you even saw the rumor, JGold. There's rumors that those two could be joining Rollins, Braun, and Bronson. Eventually.
I like it. I like that idea. I have no problem with it. And then, and I just want them to keep going. As I say all the time, it is the TV ready feud. You don't need to do anything. It's plug and play. It's like when you get an Apple EarPods and you plug it into your phone. It just works. Yeah. Those two guys, you can put them on anything and it just works. And wait, we're not talking about it yet. The match hasn't happened yet, GBH. I'm just bringing up the hype.
Oh, and what was I going to say? I totally forgot. All right, don't do your vitamins, kids.
And then we see Dark State, which we haven't seen in a few weeks, which I thought was strange. Like the problem with Dark State now is now they need to start winning tag titles. And what they do, abandon the leader of Dark State stuff? Is that it?
I guess everybody's an equal. And I know Bill Moss tweeted it, but and I'm even blanking on his name. Cutler James, I think is his name. The white guy in the group.
Yeah, who can't speak.
He has the personality of the back of my hand. Talk.
He's gonna be he's gonna be the guy who just wrestles, hopefully.
My dude didn't scare me. Is what Bill says.
Not wrong.
Dude, you have to put Dark State in a match soon.
Yeah.
Don't keep him off TV this long just doing vignettes. This isn't the Shield.
No, they had tons of momentum also, which is killing me. They had so much good momentum.
Because I think it is. Why should I care now?
No, that upsets me. Yeah.
Oh, don't bring up Eddie Kingston. You don't want me to get into an Eddie Kingston rant.
Eddie's my man. We will not allow any Eddie Kingston slander.
All right, then we will leave it at that. We'll keep it on the other show.
I love Eddie King. Anyway, we go to Obafemi in the ring, and he basically says, no, everybody stinks.
Is he wrong?
No. He's like, I got nothing. Who's going to come out? And I honestly was waiting for maybe something new, but Inamura comes out. You know, he's the I'd use Inamura as a match where they could beat the crap out of each other if they
put it on NXT. Yeah, that's a regular NXT title match. That's not a PLE title match in my opinion. But Jasper Troy showing up.
Yep, and I said he's back again. I was like, my lord, to knock over Inamura the way he did it was awesome.
Yeah, he needs to defeat Inamura. I'm sorry. I think the story might make more sense for Inamura, especially since he gifted Briggs that TNA opportunity just so he could go after the NXT title. And I think they're going to have to pay that off eventually with him getting an opportunity. But man, I'm worried.
I don't want... is that Great American Bash worthy? No. So what they probably can do is, here's what I'm thinking. He beats Inamura next week, right? And you get like a cage match at Great American Bash because you already saw them one-on-one. So put them somewhere in a situation where something could happen. I don't think Troy's going to win. You don't put the belt on that kid.
No.
But if you want to spread this out longer, then spread it out till Survivor Series and don't have them touch again.
But seriously, though,
he can't lose. He can't lose to Inamura. Then what are you going to do? Have him come on and lose 2 in a row?
No, he can't lose to Inamura. And I'm just sitting here thinking who on their current roster could even beat Obafemi around Survivor Series time. And I'm starting to think who's going to be a free agent maybe coming up because it might have to be somebody.
I don't know. It's a really good question. There are no free agents that are going to come in. There are none.
I know I said Ricky Saints the other week, but it seems like he's going to get fast tracked too.
And I don't see him up. I don't see a reason for that match. I could say Ethan Page, but I don't see a reason for that either. Ethan Page already held the title, so
leave them in the comments, Bill, and I'll give you a thumbs up, thumbs in the middle, or a thumbs down.
He's talking about one of his top 3 AEW wrestlers, Eddie Kingston.
Oh, he's talking about Eddie? No.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Bill, I've talked about Eddie on OTM before. I don't know.
And the slander is not allowed here.
I am the one few Eddie Kingston haters out there.
I don't even know how. I don't know how you could hate Eddie Kingston. He's just the greatest ever. I love him.
Don't get it. Not believable.
Dude, he's the best. He is. Anyway, okay, so we get to some backstage antics with Tatum and Izzy and Saul and Zarya. And I don't get enough Saul and Zarya on my television each week. I'm just going to be honest. Shawn Michaels, I know you listen and watch. I don't get enough Saul and Zarya on my TV every week. I am begging you for more.
So Saul won the title, a month ago?
Yeah, she has not defended it, really.
I don't even think she's had a match since she won the title. What are we doing here? Sol Ruka's great. Zarya's great. We love that dynamic. Do more than just the backstage stuff. Let's see them kick ass.
And if you're setting up a feud between them, kick it in gear already. Let's go. Start.
I kind of like the slow burn with this one because, let's be real. Who else is going to take that title off of Sol? And there's no one other than Zarya.
You know who they're not showing right now? I was going to ask you about it when we talked about Jasper Troy.
She defended at Battleground, by the way. Okay, so she does have one defense, and she won it.
You remember that? What's that girl's name who won LFG? Where is she?
Tyra May Steele. Yeah.
Yeah. Where is she? How come Jasper Troy gets on every week?
You know what? She was on a couple weeks ago, wasn't she? She had that debut match, and then they kind of just
Laney Reed or something.
Yeah, that's right. Who I like, actually. Yeah. I think Laney Reed has something too. But that's a good question. Where was Tyra May Steele tonight?
Yeah, and unfortunately, we go from using our brains to the Tony and Stacks Heritage Cup match, which I hate the Heritage Cup. I think it's dumb.
It's boring.
It's dumb.
It's just not entertaining.
Oh, there's my brother on there. Bring back Cora Jade.
Oh, hey, Sam.
You know who that is? That's probably my nephew watching, but still, hey, Sam or Hadley. Yeah, Sam loves Cora Jade.
I was going to say, I'm a big Cora Jade guy, too. You know that.
Fish jumped it right away.
We'll be seeing her. We'll be seeing her at GCW.
She also just did AIW on Saturday, and she's going to do their big show, their WrestleMania Absolution.
Are you going?
I don't think so. I
was going to say, dude, if you go, I'll go.
Well, that's going to be that's a week or two before SummerSlam weekend. So I don't think I'm going.
You know what also is a bummer? I found out that Black Label Pro is running another show literally right down the street, and Shotzi's on the card. Jordan Oliver's back, and I wanted to go see Jordan Oliver, and I'm in St. Louis that weekend, so I can't go.
Jordan Oliver, the most Jordan Oliver.
Young, dumb, and broke.
Yeah, the most Jordan Oliver could be. He just stays as Jordan Oliver.
He has not evolved since.
Nope, he is Jordan Oliver. That is the end of that. Yep.
Young, dumb, and broke. There you go. It probably did work better in the UK. I didn't watch it in the UK.
Yeah. Anyway,
I can just go to her Instagram, Fish.
You know what the problem is with Tony and Stacks, that ending? Because I am so sick of now not knowing. Sam, Black Label is fun. It's not horrible.
To be fair, I'm also not a huge Black Label guy. It's just right by my house.
My problem with Black Label, and I always ask this, is they get so many huge names, and then you watch the show, and there's like 12 people.
That's my issue. There's other things I could say. There's other things I could say. Yeah, but trust
me. Are you money laundering? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not the hugest of fans of their work.
Yeah. I don't get it. But they managed to bring in a lot of names. So anyway, that dumbness is over. Luca got punched by Tony. The fact that you saw the setup, he's like, looking over his shoulders to hit him with
It was bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't executed great. And now I'm sitting here, it's like, even though I don't like Tony D'Angelo, I feel like he's even more ruined. Where do
I
you
don't
go
know.
from here?
He has to go up, but no, are you talking about Black Label, P? The Hormel Bacon Black Label? My brother's talking about the Scotch. I don't know what is happening.
This comment section is the most random comments
It's random
I've ever
tonight.
seen.
There's a lot of people going crazy in there.
I like it though, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by.
That's the
Appreciate
way it should be. Yeah,
If you're commenting, you better be subscribed, or else.
they are. I know that. I know they are.
They are? Okay.
Yeah.
Sam
Anyway.
especially.
Right. Yeah. Sam, I know you don't like putting your shoot stuff all over the place, but you should. Anyway. Right. Okay. Anyway, we go backstage, and there was a lot of talking at this point. There was Fatal Influence. There was Lanley Reed, as Tino calls her, and Thea. There was Lash coming out and splitting up those two. Then Ethan Page is talking to Ava. Ava hears a commotion, runs over and help your boys Hank and Tank. Go ahead and say it.
Honk, honk!
And then we get Joe Hendry blabbering, and I wrote lots of blabbering this episode. Like, there was just so much blabbering right there before the main event. So,
I'm assuming the culling took out Hank and Tank since they alluded to it earlier.
Oh yeah, we forgot. They alluded to they were going to do something.
Yeah, so that's obviously the direction of the tag team division. They're like, all right, let's get rid of Brooks Jensen, put him with Sean Spears with Vance, and that'll work.
Yeah.
But I do like Tatum. I do like Tatum.
Yeah. Fish. Ava is very talented. Yes. She is. You know what? They figured out that they didn't want her wrestling very quickly. So that's cool.
So they found the thing that she's just okay at.
You know what we never got a chance to see, and I saw a tweet the other day, and it upsets me about NXT, is Shaul Guerrero never got a chance to really make herself known on NXT.
You know, Great Brown Hope wrote about her in one of his blogs, actually.
Yeah, and I read somebody else's tweet, like I don't know what it was. Maybe it was it was just a feeling like he did it, and then I saw someone else talk about her. She's with Aiden English, right?
She's still around?
No, she's married to him.
Oh,
Eddie Guerrero's daughter. Sam, jackass.
Jeez, Sam, you don't know who Eddie Guerrero's daughter is?
Waste my time.
A lot of issues with their stepmother.
Yeah. So that was a whole to do. Yeah.
That makes
sense.
Sense.
I know that she had the old NXT that debuted with Richie Steamboat and Seth. That was awesome. Come on,
dude. I'm glad you remember because I was there. Hulu. It was on Hulu.
Yes, it was on Hulu.
You had to pay to watch NXT. It was like TNA back then.
So I like to do cardio, like long out. Like I do an hour of cardio when I do cardio.
Bullshit.
And I love it. I love doing. That's not nice either. There. Because you work out so much. Like, it's not right. Like, don't make fun of me. I'm going to get that Joey Swole guy and be like, don't make fun of this kid. Mind your own business. So, anyway, I would sit on the treadmill and walk and watch NXT every Wednesday. I would get, like, so amped up that it's something to watch. And I would go ahead and watch that NXT. And it had that original music. And it was so good. Like, it they even made... what's his name? Jinder Mahal into like the ultimate villain.
Jinder versus Seth Rollins was the very first NXT title match.
And that feud was amazing.
Big E Langston with the 5 count. I love the 5 count gimmick. 3 ain't enough, man. 95.
Yeah, it was great. The 5 count was great.
Fun fact, the very first gimmick / theme song I used in my backyard wrestling promotion. I just copied Big E. I just said I was KJG and I'm putting you down for the 5 count. That was it.
I thought it was fantastic, and people who remember those days maybe
1 hour NXTs were fun.
They were really fun. And they also had like the vaudevillains and
oh, good Lord, Matt. I don't know. I think me and Matt Fish have different opinions on a lot of things.
Jinder was awesome. He's not wrong. Yes, he was.
Jinder
in NXT.
sucked.
Jinder was awesome in NXT.
Oh, in NXT, sure, but
yes.
He never should have been WWE.
Dusty made him into a perfect villain. The one thing I never understood, and I always thought I missed an episode, was when Graves and and Neville.
Yep,
were
tag
the
team champions.
And I don't know where it went wrong, where one of them stopped being either where
Graves got hurt. Graves got hurt.
Was there an episode where he got hurt because he was just gone?
I think so, but then I remember they really fast-tracked Neville to the singles push.
You remember the Graves stuff where he would come out and be like, stay down?
Yeah, stay down. That was cool. The theme song was great, too.
Yeah, he was terrific.
It was a very unique presentation that Corey Graves had.
Yeah, the whole NXT first
Pete Dunne's is good,
3 years was so good. Anyway, so we go to the main event time, and I'm going to ask you, how do you Taheen? Because that's who sponsored. Anyway, we went to
not a sponsor of this show.
No, not of this show, but they did go to Jinder. He told that doesn't. You didn't want to take the pin on that one. I don't know. Anyway, no, Sam, I don't mean Pac. He was Adrian Neville in NXT.
He was Adrian Neville, and he was the king of the cruiserweights before he was Pac.
And, well, he was Pac.
Well, he was Pac before Neville. Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so we went to the Chase U stuff, and I guess Andre Chase is having a crisis of confidence, and
I like it.
Two guys walked out again. Yeah, I like it very much.
I'm buying into Chase U again. Give me the merch. Let's throw them up.
I think we should all. I think you and I should get Chase U like red sweatshirts, and just wear them one time, and do it up.
Dude, I think they're missing the boat on doing Chase U, and granted, it doesn't match their current color scheme, but just in NXT colors. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be cool.
I like the red and black because it sticks out in the performance center when all those people in there.
Take it, Bill. Put up the U, Bill. We're going to class.
Going to class.
You fucking nerd. Sorry, I just wanted to be Andre Chase
loud.
For a second. I know. I'm back. Sorry, I'm excited.
I'm glad. Anyway, so we go from that to we go to the main event. And
I went to Indiana University. That's a great college.
That's where my dad went to. So I don't know.
Wait, really?
I think you fell on that one. Yeah.
Oh, so that's a tough look. Ripping your dad.
Yeah.
I didn't know your dad went to IU. That's awesome.
Yes, sir. He was a goalie there. Played soccer. Yeah. Anyway,
wow.
Yeah. So we go from that to the main event, and the main event was fun.
Yeah.
My co-host Jayhawk on the IW Guide, he gets upset because, and this was kind of like that, when you do multiple person matches and two people are outside the ring while they first, it's disjointed. If you're gonna fight, everyone should be fighting together, and two people should not always be laying on the ground somewhere.
No, that's a good point. But I mean, that corner spot was executed perfectly. I know that's overdone. But that I actually reacted to that one. I was like, okay, ladies, that was one of the better ones I've seen.
The Tower of Doom, is that what it's called?
They got to hit that in every women's fatal 4-way match.
Because you always have one super strong woman in all the matches, and then
have you noticed that the crowd is not taking a liking to Jordynne Grace?
I mean, I'm not either. I'm kind of out on Jordynne Grace. I don't know.
I'm not in. So I'm not out either. It's kind of like, okay. It's too plain. Like, I feel like she's gonna need a heel turn or something. When she came out with, and they removed like the siren, and I thought the siren was very good. Unique.
Yeah, Bill, it is. The music now kind of ruined it. Yeah, but I also like Lash Legends music. I like Lash Legends music.
See, I don't like hers. Yeah, I don't like Lash's, and I like Jordan's. So this is why this is great. This is why I like doing podcasts. We should differ. It's boring if we agree.
Yeah, and Izzy Dame, I'm still not 100%. Sold on either, but
I like her recruiting Tatum Paxley.
Yeah, I think that's fun, and I think I
like Jada's Miss Parker.
I like it
Parker.
Too. Yeah,
you could just bob your head to it and just vibe. Yeah, that one's a good one.
Fish, you talking about Jordynne Grace? You're right. the jazz machine.
He's right.
It's so good.
He's right.
Term.
That is a great one. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
right.
That
match will be okay.
It's fine, but we've already seen her in a title match, and now
she's gonna win.
Now Zarya deserves that title match. I'm gonna be honest; she deserves to be NXT champ, and she will be one day.
Well, what if it? Hear me out. Let me cook. Jordan beats JC. Blake beats Jordan, and then Zarya beats Blake.
Oh, I forgot about Blake. Yeah,
yeah.
She'll be fine.
That could be your ascension.
That's fine. I just need somebody to get the belt away from. I need like a different, not a straight line from Jordynne Grace. Someone's got to take it. So
I have no idea what that means.
That was an old show. Hannity and Combs was like one guy was a conservative, one guy was a liberal, and they had like a talk show. This was like in the late 90s, Sam, something like that. Anyway,
who's the conservative and who's the
Hannity?
liberal?
Sean Hannity was the
No,
conservative.
I'm talking about
Alan
for
Combs.
us.
Oh no, it's just more of a diverse
kidding.
opinion show. You know.
I don't have a political
Oh, that's
stance.
nice. Fish.
What do you say?
JGold is Combs. He's dead.
Oh.
Yes, he is dead.
Oh, I mean, you're not wrong, Bill.
Nah, it kills it. Kills it.
Fraxium
You're right.
leaving kind of killed the NXT tag division.
And apparently NXT was not in a rush to rebuild it.
Wait, and has Fraxium had a match in a minute?
Yeah, they're all over SmackDown.
I mean, they're in backstage segments. I know that, but I can't remember their last match.
I thought I saw one a couple weeks ago, literally a few weeks ago.
We watch a lot of wrestling, guys, so we forget. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we
Maybe
watch a lot of
Japanese.
wrestling. And that's not
Too
off
much.
topic, Bill. Fraxium is NXT.
Yeah, no, you're good, Bill.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they. I think Triple H falls into the same problem. They don't know how to book tag teams. I don't get it.
It was a little bit ago. Okay, I was right. So it's been about 3 or 4 weeks that they've had a match.
What? See, you didn't watch it when I did, but like in the '80s, tag teams meant so much. Like
I know how much they meant. Yeah.
British Bulldogs and the Dream Team and
Warriors.
all those but Road Warriors were in a different. I'm talking the Bulldogs versus Beefcake and Valentine was one of the best feuds. It was just so good. Yeah, in the 80s, it was so good. And the Bulldogs trying to get the belts from they were called the Dream Team. Yeah. And it was they did used to have good tag team names in NXT.
They did. They produced a lot of good. I mean, the Street Profits come to mind right away from the very top.
But you know what the other thing was? You know why the Street Profits got over, which was cool? Oh, shut up, Sam. Anyway,
AEW does not have good tag teams anymore.
No, they have garbage. Anyway.
Yeah, it is dry. You're right, Bill.
What was great was
DIY Revival, yeah.
Yeah, but they did those loops, right? So and then they would go back to Full Sail.
Yeah.
And the people knew, like, so when the Street Profits debuted on NXT, the fans already knew what was coming out when he came out with the cup and everything, and they already knew. So like the loops were so important. Why are they not putting more emphasis again back on the loops that made that?
You saw it. They started to, at least at the beginning of the CW era, because they had the show in Chicago that I was at. Yeah. And you're right. That's when Black and Gold was at its hottest. When takeovers were destinations in Chicago, Brooklyn, Los Angeles. Those were big shows, and you felt like you needed to buy that ticket. Now they're just staying in Full Sail, and the crowd just chants Ricky Strokes every fucking week. It's like, come on now. We need to move it around. It gets boring, and the crowd, you could tell, just is kind of bored sometimes.
Yep, it's true. I think there's nothing to bring out right now that's going to get people going. Yeah, that was my favorite feud. It was. And when Dynamite Kid got hurt, that was the end of that. So
Bill, I agree with you. That's probably one of my favorite tag matches. My favorite tag match is still Lucha Brothers versus Young Bucks Steel Cage at All Out. That match was incredible.
Everybody talks about that. I feel like I've seen that a million times.
Well, I was there too. I was there, so it felt bigger when I was there. I'm telling you, AEW in like 2021 and 2022, that was my favorite wrestling company. And now it's back to WWE, but there's a lot of WWE things right now that I'm not liking, to be completely honest with you.
I don't know if I there's nothing that I don't like per se, but I think it's kind of boring. Like there's a bunch of like they start the year of Cody's story.
Is he being serious?
I probably not. I would say no.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
I like Gargano and Ciampa a lot, but I don't think it's his favorite. Stop, Sam.
They're my second favorite of all time. If he's making fun of it, they're my second favorite team of all time.
That's crazy. And we know that the Steiners and the Road Warriors were our favorite tag teams. You can't put that nonsense on the comments. That's nonsense. You're not dead serious. Shut up.
Fuck you, Sam.
Yeah, seriously. Anyway. So it is a Jordan Grace main event. So
she got on Evolution. Good for her.
Yeah, that's Evolution's going to be something. I'm actually excited to watch that. I don't really know. There's nothing set up for it, which is weird.
That's it. So, that was the first match graphic. Jordan Grace versus JCJ.
Yeah.
That's all we got, guys. I hope you're ready for Evolution. It's NXT centric.
Right. NXT. They should do a bunch of title matches though. They women's tag. The North American, all that stuff. It should all be, everything should be.
So stupid. Speaking of champions, Night of Champions really doesn't have any champions matches. So what's the point of calling it Night of Champions? That's stupid.
They're just hoping to get there and back in one piece.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, let's just say, please don't die.
Right.
Seriously.
Night of Champions, and underneath it says, please don't die.
Print that on the t-shirt on the back. Right. I didn't die. I survived Night of Champions 2025. Right. Oh, we're going to hell if something happens.
Anyway, yes, it is 11:05.
It's been too long.
You idiots. And we are going to... tonight was unhinged on the comments. I got to be honest. It's great. It's a great night for unhinged nonsense if you like YouTube comments. So
I'll tell you what, that's what we do here at the Main Event Wrestling Network. So if you want to keep up with us, give us a follow at NXT Night Shift for the show, and of course show some love to the network at mainevent_net.
Yes, sir. And check us out on Thursday, the Indie Wrestling Guide. We have not set up our interview yet, but it's going to be tomorrow. So I'll save that for Thursday when you log in.
Ooh, okay. Fair enough.
So that's going to be it for us, right, Kyle? I guess we'll punch out.
Yeah, if you guys want to check out my stuff, we'll be live Thursday at 7 p.m. Central at Pod on the Mark, and who knows, a particular co-host might be coming to OTM very soon. Just saying. But once again, guys, thank you for tuning in to NXT Night Shift, episode 15, and we will see you guys next week.
See ya.